never did get it, did you, Carl? I need to go check on things in the hood. Man, that's the problem. You always a perpetrator, running from what's real.
Hey, man, up there. You don't want to be in the hood.
No, that's exactly where I want to be. What you done for our hood?
Man, what the hood done for me? Always dragging me down.
I've been meaning to make a bit about this for a while. I usually talk about this via live streams. But I feel now is a good day to speak on this. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Demigod Productions. And if you read the title, you see that it's called, the title will either be the difference between black people and hood rats, or I've been oppressed by my own people. Maybe both. Maybe I'll title it both, who knows. But yeah. So let me just get right into it. And a lot of people, I'm assuming, are not gonna like what I have to say. I'm going to be as respectful as possible, but I'm going to just keep it $150. And I'm speaking off of my personal experiences. I am not the biggest statistic guy because I believe statistics can be manipulated. You don't have to agree with that. If you don't agree, well, let's just agree to disagree. But I am just speaking strictly off of personal experience. So let's get something knocked out of the fence. Knocked out of the ballpark. Let's get something out the way. I was born and raised in the hood. All right? I was born and raised in the hood. I'm in the state of Minnesota, and there's hoods and ghettos everywhere. I was born and raised in low-income housing. All right? I'm still in the hood as we speak. All right? So, I was born and raised in the hood, grew up, and I'm not a hood rat, and I never was. I'm not a thug, and I never was. I ain't no gangster. I'm basically just none of that. I feel that's foolish. I've always felt that was foolish. I always felt that was just a stupid mindset to have. I was blessed enough, though I was born and raised in the hood, I was blessed enough to have my mother and my father in my life. I was blessed enough to have guidance. And when my father died at the age, when my father died when I was at the age of 11, I'm 28 years old. My father died in 2003. When I went to middle school, that's when I truly experienced hood ratdom. Basically, Nggas. And boy, oh boy, I was oppressed and bullied by these people. Why? Because I was different. I was a nerd. I was into anime and video games. I wasn't into getting, you know what I'm saying, getting the dumb stuff they were into. I didn't really watch BET and listen to music videos glorifying killing your own people and pop that pussy and all this other dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying, was into Sonic. Hopefully y'all can see that. You know what I'm saying? And even still to this very day, nothing has changed with me. I'm still that big, nice nerd. Still into My Hero Academia. Still got Sonic plushies. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good eye, you can see the My Hero Academia poster in the background. Matter of fact, let me back up. Let me back up so y'all can see that. Big anime guy. And I've always been this way, and these people, these hoodlums, these thugs in training, keep in mind this is middle school, these thugs in training, any chance they get, they tried to find an opportunity to mess with me. And these were my own people. Even though I'm older, not much has changed. The only difference that's changed was my size. That's the only thing that changed. I was, when I was 11 to 12, I was much smaller back then. So it wasn't until I hit 13, that's when I hit my growth spurt. That's when I got bigger. And to keep in mind, 28 years old now, I'm a 6'2", 329-pound gorilla bear. I'm a big beast. But I'm a gentle giant. But anyways, let's go back with it. Because I'm pacing. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Let's go back. In school and to the park I used to go to, I would just see these types of people every day. And keep in mind, I was autistic. I always wondered to myself, how come these people messed with me? I was taught by watching Warts and so on and so forth that it was the white man that I should fear. It was, oh my God, like I need to be weary of the police and weary of, you know, oh, the whites are against me and blah, blah, blah. But it was my own people who was putting me down, beating me up. It was my own. Little hood rats in training in the hood. They saw someone who was different. They saw something they couldn't comprehend, so they just saw me as an easy target and kept messing with me. That's odd. And then to find out years later, when I was younger, I thought I was the only one to be real. Like, dang, I just must be different or something. But turns out there are lots and lots of black people who feel how I feel. Just telling you my story. But they feel how I feel now. So, what I find odd is, I tried to make friends with these types of people in the beginning, but they would always backstab me, they would always take from me, they would always put me down, they would always belittle me. These hoodlums, these thugs. It was, at that time, a little rare to come across someone of my own complexion who was respectable, who wasn't a thug, who wasn't this destructive little black hole. You know what a black hole is? If you're into science or whatever, theoretical physics, whatever, I don't care. Basically, a black hole is something that absorbs all. Walking holes of chaos. As I was getting bullied by these people, there was a white boy across the street who lived across the street from me. His name was Isaac. And Isaac accepted me. His mom accepted me. Isaac saw that I liked Sonic the Hedgehog. He saw I liked Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Justice League Unlimited. He had manga, he had some comic books, and we were friends. You know what I'm saying? So, and this was a pattern I began to notice. When I went to school with these hoodlums, lived around these hoodlums, why is it that I was most likely mistreated by these people, but then someone of a different ethnicity, someone of a different race treated me like a friend? Somalians were nice to me. Latinos were nice to me. You know what I'm saying? Whites were nice to me. Some Asians were nice to me. But my own, I didn't really get that. Unless you were a family member or someone I knew. But I didn't really get that from my own growing up. I didn't really get that. These types of people will walk around with their pants hanging halfway off their tails. On that thug shit. You know what I'm saying? Just walking jokes. And I'm supposed to call these types of people brother and sister. Hey, Noob Sidebot said it best. I'm gonna keep it $1.50. We share blood, but we're not brothers. We may share the same skin complexion, but we're not brothers. Just because someone shared the same complexion as you does not mean you're automatically obligated to call them brother and sister. Because let's keep it a buck, it can be your own who can backstab you. Most likely it is your own who can backstab you. So as I got older, and I continued being on my Nerdjet, I continued being on my Sonic. Basically, I continued being me. I came to it was until I watched, like, the Boondocks. You know what I'm saying? Because 2003, 2 years later, it was until I watched the Boondocks. And I saw this episode with Martin Luther King returning. Okay. I saw this episode with Martin Luther King returning. And Martin Luther King basically, if I can't play it due to copyright, but I can definitely leave a link in the description where you can watch it yourself. And he basically described hood rats. He used I can't say that due to demonetization, but he spoke about hood rats. He said they're walking contradictions. He went in. He went in and told those people in the episode the truth. And then I understood. Then years later, I watched Chris Rock when he talked about blacks versus niggas. And then I see this and it's like, you know what? They're right. You know what I'm saying? Now me, 28 years old now, God willing I see 29. And I know it's been 11 minutes. I'm probably not even gonna edit this video, to keep it real with you. Uncut, unscripted. As much as it pains me to say this, they're right. All right? This isn't me being an Uncle Tom. Just because I say something that you don't like, brother, just because I say something you don't like, sister, does not mean I'm tap dancing for the white man. Because let's keep it $1.50. I love being black. I love being a giant chocolate gorilla bear. I love being me. I love my melanated complexion. I love being an Afro-American. Okay. I love that I am a descendant from Africa, but I was born in America. So I'm American, but I am a descendant of Africa. I love that. No cap. But I see when people talk like how I'm talking, they're called Coon or Uncle Tom. Why? Because we can't handle the truth. I want what's best for humanity. And black people are part of humanity. White people are part of humanity. Asians are part of humanity. I want what's best, because bro, I'm a unique reflection of God first, me being on my spiritual journey. I am a human being second, and I am a melanated man third. I put humanity before race. So in the end, I do want what's best for my people, my spiritual family. However, when it comes to just us being the same skin complexion, like I said, that doesn't mean we're brothers, because let's be real, me growing up and and I'm not the only one talking about this, we were mistreated heavily by our own. I've seen a lot of these thugs, a lot of these gangbangers, a lot of these, they're out here killing their own. They're out here hurting their own. They're out here doing all this jacked up stuff. And that bothers me. Okay? Listen. I am a respectable black man. I have nothing to prove. I come on here, I speak proper. Because keep in mind, I've been talking like this since childhood. And these hoodlums would say, these hood rats would say, man, why you talk white? Damn, my nigga. Why you talk white, my nigga? God damn, Cole. Pick up a book. You know, and if anyone ever says that to you, just reply to them. That's a very interesting way of calling yourself stupid. What is talking white? What? So because I don't talk with that hood slang, my God, because I can do that, no problem. I can do that, no problem. It's just I choose not to. Talking white. What an idiot. These people are unintelligent. But anyways, a hood rat to me is just absolute destruction. A hood rat to me is just absolute chaos. A hood rat to me is an unstable, emotional creature that you don't want to be around. A black man and a black woman, black men and black women around here doing what we can to survive, to empower our people. And what do I mean? And this is what I mean by empowerment. By not saying, oh, we're victims, we're weak. I'm a black man living in America, I'm weak. No. Aren't we supposed to be kings and queens? How can you be a king but a victim at the same time? I don't really consider myself a king. I consider myself a god. Because what's a king to a god? We're gods. Whatever. That's how I feel. But, I mean, aren't we supposed to be strong people, yet you want to cry? Rise above the ashes. Rise up with a full heart. I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not oppressed. I am not oppressed, bro, by this system. I'm not oppressed. I'm a dude living in the hood. You wanna know who's oppressing me? My own people. And I'm not saying that to put y'all down. It's true. I'm speaking for myself. I am being put down by my own. I am more likely to get capped by one of my own than to get capped by a police officer. I am more likely to get capped by some young little dumb thug with something to prove than to get capped by a police officer. Now, I'm not saying police brutality ain't a thing, but I'm just keeping it $150. I'm more than likely to get shot by one of my own. And the only excuse we have is, oh, well, Asians kill each other all the time. Oh, whites kill each other all the time. Aren't we like 12%? Aren't we like 13%, bro? Aren't we the ones out here screaming Black Lives Matter, hands up, don't shoot, and we killing each other? But me calling that out, some people say, oh, I thought you were for the cause, you're a coon. Why is it if someone calls out, if a black person calls out the stuff white people do, they're called hero, power to the people, yeah, brother. But when they call out this dumb stuff blacks do at the same time, cause you know what I'm saying, they're unbiased. Oh, these same blacks be like, oh, I thought you were for the cause, man. I thought you were better. So basically, you want your cake and you want to eat it. You want to call out the dumb stuff other races do, but then when we call out the dumb stuff we do, oh my God. Imagine being that weak. Hoodlums to me are the worst form of people, bro. And you can argue, yes, they're misguided or they're products of their environment, but bro, bro, there's people who didn't even have their moms and dads, and they still had a role model who inspired them to be better. All this is sounding like is excuses to me at this point. Pull your pants up. Drop that thug mentality, that mentality that should be a relic by now. That mentality that shouldn't even exist in 2021. Niggas are, no, I said niggas. I'll bleep that out. Hood blacks, thugs. Because I'm not talking about blacks who live in the hood. That's what, I don't mean that when I say hood blacks. I mean people with the mindset of, bro, I glorify, man, I did this for the hood, dog. Man, CJ from San Andreas said it best. What has the hood ever done for you? What has the hood ever done for you? CJ said, what the hood ever done for him? Always dragging him down. What all are like doing anything for the hood, dog? No, I'm not doing nothing for the hood. The only thing I'm gonna do is continue telling you the truth. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a liberal. I'm an independent. I am a man who thinks for himself and call it how he sees it, whether people like it or not. So like I'm saying, maybe if hoodlums, maybe things will truly change. If we stop glorifying music, if we stop brainwashing our people, you know what I'm saying? Maybe things will change. Maybe it'll change, bro. I know I'm talking, I'm going off like, you know what I'm saying, whatever, because this is unscripted, I'm just speaking from my heart. I want what's best for humanity, and black people are part of humanity, so I want what's best for them. But I'm telling you that, bro, these thugs, bro, these hoodlums, these gangsters, whatever you want to call them, they're, I believe, what's truly holding us back. Keep in mind, I stand by this. I'm more likely to be shot by one of them than a police officer. And by me saying, and honestly, I think blacks need to separate themselves from them or do something, because it's like, I think it's too late for these types of people. Their minds are cemented. They glorify that hood shit. They glorify it, man. I've been oppressed by my own people, been put down by my own people, and it's just tiring. I'm not saying whites can't put you down. I'm not saying racism doesn't exist. I'm not saying police brutality doesn't exist. But I'm speaking from personal experience and the things I and many other black people see. And keep in mind, I live in these streets. I live in the hood. I may not live in Chicago, but there's hoods everywhere. Some gotta give, bro. Some gotta give. What's the difference between a black man and a hood rat? You wanna know the answer? The hood rat would be too stupid to answer the question. Be respectable. You don't have to sell drugs to make that money. You don't have to do this dumb, you don't have to be out here doing that dumb stuff. Make a YouTube, make a SoundCloud, focus on your passions and go for broke. Do what RDC World is doing. You can do it. Don't be a hood rat. Evolve past that mindset and become a respectable black man. Become a respectable black woman. You can do it. And if saying this makes me a coon, then you know what? Whatever. What's the difference between a black man and a hoodlum? The hoodlum would be too stupid to answer the question. Demigod out.
I should be like you, Mel.